So today we are going to start the revision. So first we have to consider chapter 1, the fundamental unit of life. 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 We are going to start the revision. We have studied in the revision this, how cell was invented. Remember the name of the Robert Hooke. He observed the slice of the car by his crude microscope, and he observed the very compartment. It was just like the honeycomb. It was just like the structure of the honeycomb is made up of so many compartments. And he given the name these compartments are the cell. Given the name these compartments are the cell. So Robert Hooke observed for the first time and given the name as this cell. Yet Leeuwenhoek observed the some cells, some organisms in the rainwater, but he did not give the name as this cell. So Robert Hooke given the name the cell. Later, cell theory was proposed. Cell theory. Who proposed this cell theory? Sladen and Swan. Sladen and Swan proposed the cell theory. Sladen was a botanist, while Swan was a zoologist. Sladen studied the plant cells and Swan studied the animal cells, and they proposed this cell theory. According to cell theory, every organism is made up of cell or cells, and cell is the fundamental unit of life, and cell is the fundamental unit of life. Later, this theory was elaborated by Virchow by adding as each cell originates from pre-existing cells. Later, now the cells, two types of the cells we have studied. One is prokaryotic cell and other is the eukaryotic cell. Two types of the cells, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. As we have studied about the prokaryotic cells and the eukaryotic cell. And examples we have studied as the blue-green algae and bacteria are the examples of the prokaryotic cell, while other cells like amoeba, euglena, paramecium, human beings, plants, other plants are the examples of the eukaryotic cell. How will you differentiate between the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cell? We have discussed as the in relation to size. Prokaryotic cells are the comparatively smaller than the eukaryotic cell, and prokaryotic cells having the no well-defined nucleus. Prokaryotic cells do not have well-defined nucleus, while eukaryotic cell having the defined nucleus. Well-defined nucleus means that is the consists of well-defined nucleus, as I told you, that is consists of the nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, nucleolus, chromatid. These structures form the nucleus. So this is such structure is not found in case of the prokaryotic cell. So we use the term as they do not have the well defined nucleus. Nucleus is represented by only the circular DNA with some proteins, and we call them as nucleate. So prokaryotic cells have no well-defined nucleus, but having DNA and some proteins, and called as the nucleoid. While eukaryotic cell having well-defined nucleus, and well-defined nucleus consists of nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, nucleolus, and the chromatid. And the other difference, what I told you, that prokaryotic cells having no double membrane bound cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi complex, plastids, endoplasmic reticulum. These are absent in the prokaryotic cells, while eukaryotic cells these structures are found. And the other we have discussed about the ribosomes. Prokaryotic cells having the only 70s ribosomes, and the eukaryotic cells having both 70 and 80s type of the ribosome. We have discussed. And after that, we studied the unicellular and the multicellular organism. The organisms consist of single cell, are called as the unicellular organism, just like the bacteria, amoeba, euglena, paramecium. These are the unicellular organisms, and multicellular organisms like human beings and most of the plants and animals, Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Scalpenthes, etc. This includes into the multicellular organism. We have studied unicellular and multicellular, prokaryotes and the eukaryotes, and also studied the difference between the plant cells and the animal cells. Also studied the difference between the plant cells and the animal cells. What difference? We have studied in plant cell and animal cell as in relation to the cell wall. Cell wall In which cell it is present? This is the plant cell, and this is animal cell. Plant cell having a cell wall, while animal cell do not have cell walls. Animal cell do not have cell wall, and plant cells having the cell wall. And next structure, what we will study about the plastids. Plants having plastids and animals do not have the plastids. And vacuoles. Plant cell have single large vacuole. Vacuoles in plant cell have single large vacuole. Animal cells generally they do not have vacuole. Animal cells generally do not have nucleus, generally do not have the vacuole. If present, they are the very small. Their number may be one or more than one, but vacuole generally vacuoles are absent. If present, they are small in size. And after that, vacuole, centriole and centrosome. Centriole and centrosomes. In plant cell, it is absent, while animal cell, it is present. So these are a few differences. These are important differences between the plant cell and the animal cells. And we have also seen the about some cell organelles. So one cell organelle that we have to study. This is the plastid. One cell organelle, that is the plastids. So organelle, that is plastid. Plastids are found in plant cells, but is absent in animal cells. Plastids are two types. Number one is leucoplast and the chromoplast. Leucoplast and the chromoplast leucoplast and chromoplast. Leucoplasts are, as we have studied, leucoplasts are the colorless plastids. These are colorless plastids, and their function is to store the food material. Their function is to store the food materials on the basis of nature of the storage of food material. These are of the three types. One is amyloplast, which stores the starch or carbohydrate. Proteinoplast, it stores the proteins, and elioplast, which stores the fats. So mainly three types of the food materials, and these food materials are stored by the leucoplast. So one plastid that stores the starch, amyloplast, protein, proteinoplast, and fat are the iron storing, that is elioplast. Three types of the plastids are, three types of leucoplasts are there, and which store the different type of the food material. And next one is chromoplast. These are the colored plastids. These are the colored plastids. They have the variable colors. Their function is variable. They function for the making the food material, and such plastid is called as the chloroplast. Chloroplast is a green colored plastids and which make food for the plants. And it having other colors just like the orange, red, etc. etc. Its function is for the attraction of insects for the pollination. They attract the insects. They help in the pollination. So leucoplast, this is the chromoplast is the colored plastid. It is the colored plastids. It is colored plastid, and this is colorless plastid, and its function is making food material and attracting insects for the pollination. One type of the plastids may be changed into another type of the plastid. As we see in case of the tomato, it is green in color, and this plastid chloroplast is converted into the chromoplast. The same way, in case of the mango, that is green in color, that situation in the chloroplast, and then chloroplast is changed into another type of the color as the, so this is the chromoplast. In case of the chilies, same situation happen. It was green in color, but in due and after some day, after few days or few months, it become converted into the green in red in color. You are familiar with potato. Some potato tubers are, a few portion of the potato tubers are green in color. What happens? In that situation, when the potato tuber is exposed to the sun, the chromoplast is converted into the chloroplast. Leucoplast is converted into the chloroplast, or we can say that the starch, since potato contains the starch, so it having the amyloplast. So amyloplast is converted into the chloroplast. That is why some portion of the potato becomes the green in color. So in this way, one important feature is there. Starch or the that is the plastid having extranuclear DNA. Plastids having extranuclear DNA. So in cell, two cell organelles are there. They have their own DNA, and this is called as extranuclear DNA. Other cell organelle is mitochondria. So mitochondria and the plastids are the two cell organelles having their own DNA. So it is called extranuclear DNA. Sometimes question come in our examination as name the organelles having extranuclear DNA. So you have to write as the plastid and the mitochondria or the cell organelles having extranuclear DNA. So next we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.